The Dodgers make a deal. The Marlins continue to run up the white flag. Tom Vandervoort with Chris Barr, a senior baseball editor, with Eye on MLB, brought to you by Sony's new Xperia Eye on smartphone. The Dodgers pick up Hanley Ramirez from the Marlins. Let's start with L.A. They said they were going to make a deal. Did you expect them to pick up a Hanley Ramirez?
I thought they'd do something like this. Not necessarily him, but they obviously have a need. They can put him at shortstop now until D. Gordon's healthy. They can move him to third base at that point. Or they could just keep him at shortstop if he's comfortable there. It never looked comfortable at third base to me this year. So they're hoping what happens with him is the same thing that happened with another Ramirez, Manny Ramirez. When he got there, he rejuvenated his career. He lifted that team and carried it on his shoulder. And they need a guy. They need an offensive spark to kind of couple with Matt Kemp and Andre Ethier. And Hanley Ramirez is certainly capable of that. He hasn't done it in a couple years, but he's the kind of guy, and he's still young enough. He's still a good enough player that if he's got a little spark under him, he can certainly, revitalize his career as well.
And this is more of a long-term solution for them on the left side of the infield because he's still got a couple more years left on his deal, and even hitting 245 with the 14 homers, that's still better than either of the guys on the left side were playing before that.
That's about it's probably more home runs than their infield has given him this year as is, just by himself. So he's a definite upgrade offensively, even in a bad year. Like you said, his average is low, his OBP is low, but he does bring power, and he will help that offense.
Now talk about another move from the Dodgers. A lot of us have been focusing on the starting pitching. Are they going to go out and get a Zach Greinke or somebody else?
I don't know about Zach Greinke. I think that might be a little much now. I think what you might see is, they're back in the Dempster talks, and if not Dempster, Matt Garza, his teammate. I think one of those two will end up in Los Angeles. And who says it stops there? I mean, this ownership has got deep pockets, and they said they want to rebuild the franchise into what it used to be, and Hanley Ramirez is step one. There might be step 4, 5, and 6 still to come after that.
Absolutely. Now, from the Marlins' perspective, slipping out of the race in the NL East, slipping further and further behind in the wild card race. I mean, this seems like right in the season off after signing all those free agents this offseason.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable disaster. I don't think anybody could have expected it to go this wrong, this fast. I mean, they were supposed to contend for the World Series. They had a new stadium. They had a new logo. They were the Miami Marlins, not the Florida Marlins anymore.
Right.
And now they are the same old Florida Marlins doing the same old sell-off, losing any kind of confidence the fans had in them, I think. I mean, they just convinced that city to build them a brand new stadium, and they were going to contend, and this was going to be a new era, and they're right back where they were, selling all their players off. And, the next one to go could be Josh Johnson, and maybe it won't stop there. So it's hard to tell exactly where they're headed now, but it looks like another year of just complete failure.
Well, that's not a very good assessment. All right, for Chris Barr, I'm Tom Vandervoort, and thanks once again to Sony's new Xperia Eye on smartphone. We'll see you next time.